Hello friends, welcome back. In my last video I talked about starting off with Lambda expressions on Java 8. This applies not only to Selenium or any automation tests, but you are more than welcome to use this on your automation test. This is more like a Java, right? So it applies everywhere. It could be backend development, it could be UI, even UI you would see Lambda has been used everywhere. Only the Java language that it launched later on. So Lambda now applies to most of the language, object-oriented programming language. So don't get confused with that, right? Only the thing about the Lambda is it just simplifies the way you would write the coding, and it has a different patterns that you wanted to just get familiarized yourself with, right? In my last video, let me get a little bit with that kind of recap, right? So this is a method. I have just empty list here. In the list I'm filling up some of the data here, some kind of transportation data, right? Then I'm showing you around how you would be doing traditionally. Let's say if you just wanted to print it out, or maybe you want to just add some conditions here, right? So you would say so for example, if L dot equals ignore case, let's say car, right? Then only I want you to print, otherwise, right? Maybe you want to do this, then sort of things, right? You might want to add more conditions to it, but this is how you've been writing codes. But then I'm trying to show you how you'd be able to do this with the Lambda expressions, make it this short and easy and much readable. Let me go ahead and run this one so you would know what it is right now, right? So I'm running this. From this loop I want to only print the cars, I guess car, right? And from this loop I have this Lambda expression. I'm just printing it out all L, or I would have this flexibility that started from Lambda again, Java 8. I can put double colon and just print the whole thing out. With either one of this output is same, right? Same thing as this one, only the thing is this is the different way you would be writing it. So I want to do something more. My purpose is not to just print out the whole thing, right? As most of the people would do the same thing. I don't just want to print out, but I want to filter just the way I just did here, right? I want to just filter out from the for the list, or it could be numerous size of the list, or maybe I don't know how big the list is, right? And I want to just filter like what are the component that I want to kind of filter out from that list. So this is how you'd be writing your old way. So if you were to do the same thing, let me just comment this out so that I don't see this when I run the test. Okay, doesn't matter, but this looks beautiful here. Okay, so I'm going to filter out with the same expression I did it here. In order to do that, I would do list dot, right, stream. This is where the stream comes in a picture. You want to read them all in the stream dot filter, right? Because you want to filter that out. In the filter, it requires a predicate. Predicate is basically nothing but the if conditions. You want to get the if condition. It is pretty much a boolean value, so it would match the condition that you want it to be, right? So I want to just do the exactly like I did here, right? Let me just copy that, paste. I don't need that print out. In this case I'm just doing this, right? L is a single variable. Then I can put the conditions on L. So every time it loops through L, it is going to compare the values. So let me do that. So now L is a single iterator, so L dot equals, ignore case exactly like I wrote above, car, right? If that is the case and which is a true, then I want that to collect, because I want to collect all of the list that contains car, right? Then collectors dot to list. Then what I want to do is I want to just create a new list, right? So if you see here, I have the same list. In the list dot stream, it is going to just read the whole list, and then I'm filtering that out with iterator in the between, right? And each time it iterates, it is going to compare that car is there, right, with the lambda expression, right? Dot collect. Once you find car is there, then it will collect and creates another list, right? Collectors dot to list. So don't get confused. There's totally different way, different patterns that we've been writing the codes traditionally, but once you get familiarized yourself, it is so much easy, believe me. Okay, so now it creates a list. So now I have a couple options. Okay, I can just copy paste that. I can create a new list here. Right, I can just create a new list, or I can just print that out. In order to print out, I need to do the for each. So for, I need to do same as so what it does is it is just going to do the same thing exactly this does, right? Now don't confuse yourself saying, oh, that is just 2 lines, but this is much shorter. But take it as you might have to loop through hundreds of rows over the data, and that time you'll see the actual difference what the string brings into your desk. Okay, so there are two couple ways, right? So maybe you might have some different method you want to return that out into the list of the string. Then you want to write this inside the method, right? Or you want to simply collect them, create the new list, and you want to do the way that you want it to be, right? You can print this list and it would do the same thing as this list would do, because at any matter you are simply printing that out, right? But take it this way. If you have this, it is not just 4 lines of data, right? You might have thousands of rows. You have now filtered out everything that is with the car. It is just the example. You might be able to filter out the way you want, whatever types of the data that you have, right, from that list. And after you filter that out, you never know, it might be another 1500 line rows, right? But the bottom line is it will give you the filtered data with the different format. Now once you create a new list, right, new array list, then what it does, it will only provide whatever contains the cars, right? So it will take this whole thing out. So there are a couple of ways. I mean, right now I'm just demonstrating with the sysout, which is a system out of println, but you'd be able to do whatever you want. So right now you have a new list created with a string type, right? Let me just go ahead and run this. So now if you see, both of these are providing the same data. if you see, this has a square bracket because you are printing out as a list, right? Array list. If the array list, it will obviously show you with the square bracket, right? And in this one, it is simply printing out whatever output comes out. Yes. So this is pretty much about the streams, right? We will continue to explore more on the streams and see more magic on streams API. There are a lot more to cover, but so I'm trying to break this out into different videos so that you don't get bored with lengthy videos, right? Makes sense? So please continue to watch my video. I'll be uploading more of the Lambda and Java8 cool features in my next videos. And thank you very much for continuing to subscribe, like and commenting my videos, and please continue to do so. And if you have any questions, please put the comments out and I'll reply back as soon as possible. And thank you very much, and please continue to explore more of these Lambda expressions. These are very cool features. Okay, thank you so much for watching my video, and we'll see you soon in the next video. Thank you.